All right. Hello, hello. Welcome everyone back to another Hex, PulseChain, PulseX, all the coins, Build-A-Bear, happy hour show. How you doing, D-Fed?
Hey man, doing great. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Big K is on transit because the man is always on the move, obviously, because, when you're, related to Godwell, I'm just kidding. But, where are you on the run, Big K? Or can we not disclose that?
Currently, I'm just.
Or what are you doing right now?
I just went. I just went and got a Slurpee at 7-Eleven. They've got a new mango lemonade flavor for the summer.
That's what they're calling them now. Okay. All right. Slurpees. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. They didn't make you cough and shit? So. Oh, okay. Proof of work. Okay. Excellent. Love how I just
I also did stop at a fun store. I'm still here in Chicago, so fun stores are for everyone around here. So, I was also dispensing it up too.
Fun stores and dispensing it up. What is up, everybody in chat? Hexicano Scotty making it live from the West Coast. Yeah, I'm kind of like East Coast, but the West Coast of Florida right now. So that is the West Coast. So no, not Miami. Whoever that was in chat. Gulf Coast. DJ Nom Nom, I think we may have been rated. So there you go. Thank you, DJ Cryptomatic, for the pre-show. Tiny Weirdo. DJ Nom Nom in here. Nardo for the win. Sandy B. All the Twitch brigade. Yes, Mango Junkie. Sarasota is beautiful, and it is up that way. So, correct coast. Good for you. So, hey, Jets, I don't know who's going to, hop in here, like I said, and, just putting a link out there and getting the show together. Just kind of like a free-form chat. There's been a lot of building going on in the Bear, which we'd like to see. Welcome to the Build-A-Bear workshop, because we have plenty of coins to talk about. We will get to the big boys, the PulseChains, the Hexes, the PulseXs later, but I think there are a few worth mentioning right now because a few Hex original influencers have talked about them. Particularly, I think the latest Rage Coffee did a video on it, I think just yesterday or 2 days ago, is the weight token. So, D-Fed, would you like to, I guess, chime in, and we can, any opinions on this? We'll just go down the list, this hour here.
Yes, I've personally been getting a ton of private messages and tweets at me to look at the weight token. So I did. You said it. Crypto Coffee made a great video last night. He covered a lot of the details, right? He did a great job. I also have gone to Etherscan, and I actually read the contract. No, it's so boring, and there's so much text. I was almost going to stream it, right, and turn it into a video, but it's so fucking boring. Nobody wants to watch that shit. So I didn't put a video out. But I reviewed the code, and no, I don't see any issues. I don't see any manager wallet commands that are sketchy. I don't see any problems with the code personally. To take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a developer, but I know enough to be dangerous. So it looks good. Basically, what weight token is, if you sacrificed for PulseChain, PulseX, Mintra, Liquid Loans, basically any of the sacrifices, you get free weight tokens if you sacrificed. I think it's just one claim per wallet, so it doesn't matter how much you sacrificed. It's just the fact that you did, right? Now, the cool thing about weight is, you're due this airdrop. However, the longer you wait until PulseChain comes out, the more weight tokens you get. So you're playing chicken with the fact of what day do you think Richard's going to launch PulseChain? The longer you wait without minting your weight tokens, the better, the more you get. So, it's pretty interesting.
Slight caveat: you can claim each of your airdrops separately. So, like, you can claim your Pulse airdrop, your Pulse one, your PulseX one, your Mintra one, your Liquid Loans one. You can claim them all separately. So if you want to like, dollar cost average play chicken, you can do that too.
That's an excellent point right there. I have not reviewed or looked into or watched any videos. My signal is awful here. I'm going to catch up probably tomorrow and Sunday. Is this weighted in any way, or is it a flat rate kind of thing? So one address and you get a flat rate, or is like the amount that you sack from address, you're better off in some of those addresses? How's that go?
It's so PulseChain, because that sacrifice started longer ago, you'll get more coins for that. Because every hour that you wait, you get more coins. So theoretically, PulseChain was way back. So you've been accruing this whole time. So like PulseChain, you'll get the most. I think PulseX is second. And then the other sooner sacrifices less and less.
Yeah. So I guess my question, I should have phrased it better. If someone sacrificed $1 versus $1,000 from an address, do they get the same amount?
Yeah, same amount per address. The real trick will be here. You'll get extra if you sacrificed from like multiple addresses. Let's say you sacked from 10 addresses, then you get 10 addresses to claim. So it's all about addresses.
Nice. So yeah, per wallet. Yeah. So I mean, this is multiple coins too. So if you had multiple PulseX wallets, multiple Pulse wallets, multiple Liquid Loans wallets, Mintra, whatever, like you're looking really good for this if this is your kind of thing. So I figured I want to bring that up because it's kind of all the rage right now, and it is open to the best holding staking class in crypto. So we're talking about. I know everybody wants to go Hex Pulse all the time.
So what do you think? What do you think the game theory is on that? So like, what like? I mean, you like right now people are finding out about it, so people are claiming it, and then we'll be dumping some of it. So some of it will get sold early on, but then will the dumping get worse closer to PulseChain launch as more coins get like people wait longer and mint closer to it? I don't know. I mean, it is an interesting metric. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it is cool.
You know what I really like about it the most?
Yeah.
No, I like the most that I get free coins. That's my favorite part.
Bingo. That's the magic sauce right there. And I think you're right.
I love that.
I think people are just going to keep dumping. It's already been dumping. Right now, it's at like approaching a penny. The cost of the gas is barely worth the tokens. So at this point, you're kind of better off waiting until you get more and more tokens. But I kind of do see this like a Hedron 10x. It's going to get dumped until PulseChain launch, really. Like, who the hell's going to buy the thing? You know what I mean? We're all just going to mint and dump. So I don't know. It's free money. Just take it while you can. Or if you want to gamble, just wait and get more.
And that is like, I mean, that little back and forth right there was all about the game theory of this thing, right? So, if you think that the PulseChain date, so a lot of people have been saying next year, early next year, or Christmas time, or November, or September after a bear run hits the traditional markets and potentially crypto one more time, and Mt. Gox with Bitcoin, as Richard alluded to yesterday in a tweet. Could you be gaming that in anticipation, possibly, that Richard would launch Pulse after a bear, even though he tried to dispel that on his Twitter Spaces, which we can talk about as well. Just multiple things to think about here. It's really, really cool to think of all the things that play that could affect this, because it really, like I think it was DFed might have said it was a game of chicken, or Big K. That's literally what it is, and it's kind of fascinating to see something like this play out. I'm no degen. I'm not gonna get hooked in on it, but it is really cool to be have access to something like this.
Yeah, and people are asking in the chat right now, what is the point of this coin? I mean, it has no purpose. Like, what's the point of any meme coin? It really is just something. Yeah, Pulse Doge, Dogecoin. This is just something for us to play with while we wait for PulseChain. There's no purpose. It's just for fun, basically. It's just a free coin. Like, this ain't gonna make you rich. It's not valuable. Like, it's nothing fancy. It's just an ERC20, like, to be honest.
Yeah, they're saying
They might do something fun with it, but I mean, who knows? I mean, you know how it is. They'll add other things around the ecosystem, but you're right. It's all just for the fun of it.
Yeah, in the white paper, it does say, like, after PulseChain launches, like, there are no official plans to do anything more with it. So maybe, like you said, Big K, maybe there'll be some kind of like Icosa staking thing later for this, like an add-on expansion pack, but there's no plans for one right now.
All right. And speaking of meme coins, any thoughts on the latest in the old Pulse Doge? I know Gunther, who's been on the show a few times and has a variety of audiences and feelings towards him. He is a heavy shill for the Pulse Doge. I mainly bring it up because it is a coin that's pretty much it's a meme coin pretty much named after PulseChain, and I'm a full supporter of PulseChain and everything that goes on it. So that's why we're kind of talking about these things before we get into the big boys, the majors of the ecosystem. But I think there's like some speculation out there, probably more than speculation, of actually some sort of staking mechanism in the Pulse Doge ecosystem. But even the price action has been great. I guess it's holding above, or at least I checked. I don't want to say it right now because I don't have a price chart, but it was above $3.
It's exactly $3 right now.
Okay, so yeah, it was above $3 today. Any thoughts on PLSD? Your opponent's thoughts on that defect?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Me and Maddie also interviewed the founder back when it launched, right after 420 in April, and got to tell you, I like it. The price action's been great. I've been selling it at $5 twice when it wicked up. I set those matcha limit orders, so I'm selling $5 Pulse Doge, and then I'm buying it back at $2.50. I'm making fucking money hand over fist with this damn thing, and I got it for free. So, like, I love it, dude. Like, whoever the guy who invented it is, man, kudos to him, man. That's some good shit. So I love it. And the fact that it's so rare is awesome too. I think it has the potential to maybe go like, it already is multiple dollars, but what if it's $10? What if it's $20? Not bad.
That's gonna be interesting to me. Is I think we're almost at the very end of the claim phase. I think we're coming like
3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, if once we know what the actual limit is going to be, that'll be great. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Plus, the origin address from Hex is going to get a whole shit ton of coins. So who knows what the OA is going to do as well? Maybe they'll dump. Maybe they'll put liquidity versus Hex to suck the value out of Pulse Doge like they did to Hedron. Who knows? That'll be surprising too.
I have a helicopter flying over me, so I'll just mute myself for 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. It doesn't even sound that bad.
All right, now we're good.
But so like Pulse Doge, like would I recommend buying it over $3? Probably not. No, you shouldn't be buying it over $3. If you can get it under 3, or especially under 250, if you don't already have any from your Hex stakes from your fleet claim, like, yeah, go ahead and pick it up cheap if you can. But don't chase the high prices though. I'll say that too.
How about this question I pose to you? I know you're trading it rather successfully. Are you an overall net accumulator, or are you just using it as a trading vehicle?
Just as a trading vehicle. And I will admit, I sold 50% of my Pulse Doge back in the beginning for like $1.50 or whatever when it first came out, because it was free money, right? And I got a bunch of Hex stakes and a bunch of wallets, so I would be foolish to leave it on the table. So I definitely took some profits immediately, and now I gamble with the rest, and I buy the dips and you sell the tips.
Sell the tips. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got in here? I guess I was gonna say MAXI next, but just in terms of we let's go Hedron first and Icosa. Sure. So I don't think we've had you on, and Big K, feel free to chime in if you got anything new on this. But talking about coins that could have possible further, I guess, I don't want to say utility, but mechanisms involved with them. So the weight token it's a possibility. No expectations. Pulse Doge, that was not something that was thought of, but could see some sort of staking mechanism. Hedron is official, like Icosa is going to be the mechanism behind that. You got thoughts on this, DFIT?
Yeah, I think it's bullish. I think the idea of having
the
Icosa,
price reflects that too, by the way.
Yeah, man. As soon as they announced Icosa, man, it started pumping. We were at the bottom of the Hedron price. It was 6 zeros and like a 4 or a 3, and then we pumped back up to 6 zeros and an 8, which is ironically where I bought in right out in like day 4 on the launch before it spiked up. So we're kind of at this like low resistance, like we're like bottomed out, and it's pumping. Icosa is super bullish, man, super bullish. But I do have one warning. This is what I am not going to do with Icosa. So like, but it might work out really well for people to do, but I'm just too scared to do it. You can take your Hedron or your Hex HSI stakes. If you made a Hex stake using Hedron.pro, you can take those, turn it into an NFT, and you're going to send it to the Icosa contract, and then it's going to give you Icosa tokens, but you're giving up your Hex stake. That's like the biggest risky move. I don't have the balls to do that personally.
What say you, Big K? Any thoughts on any new thoughts? I should ask on Hedron, Icosa.
I think it's cool. Like I said last time, I like more building. Building is cool. So it seems a little convoluted, and the marketing on it seems a little interesting. I don't know, but I don't think that it's a bad thing. I think that it looks like the price is reflected. It's positive. So, yay, good stuff. But I'm not buying it. You're just saying.
You're not buying it, but you have no problem perhaps holding some, staking some. Yeah. Not saying.
Sure.
I'm
do
just
I get
throwing
free
it out.
Coins?
For staking free coins, that were dropped to you. Hey, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
I'll do that all day. I'll sell some. I'll stake some. I'll chill with that. I'm a huge fan. But I don't know about buying any.
Yeah, I agree. It's
just me.
There's too much total supply, and the fact that there's a lot of Hedron that gets minted every day. You know what I mean? Because it's your B shares.
Lots.
Yeah, dude, like lots and lots. I mean, you can buy 1 billion Hedron coins for $1,000. Like, damn, like that's a lot of coins. So, yeah, it's not a great buy, but
I mean, at some point we've talked about this too. Like, I'm no fan of the 10x multiplier and I guess the reverse tokenomics in a sense that have occurred up to this point. But at some point, isn't there a shift to where it's like, okay, whether obviously I think it's years down the road, but I think there would be a shift, and especially if the Hex ecosystem proves to be, outstanding, say 4 or 5 years from now, after the next cycle, that the Hedron Icosa, little thing, actually people don't want to sell it. There's gonna come a time where I think if Hex turns, why would you sell your Hedron? And so it's like, right now I see a lot of people selling Hex, and it's like, what are you doing selling, this much Hex? It's fine, if you need to pay bills or whatever you need to do, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it's like, man, once this thing turns, when it turns, nobody knows. It could be another year from now, but when it turns, I don't think you're going to be able to, be like, oh, there it was, there it is, and you're going to be able to jump in. The train's going to leave the station by that point, I think.
I would agree. I think you're right. It's a gamble to buy now, but it's near the all-time low, so there's no better time to buy than at the bottom, right? The question is, does the bottom go on forever? I don't know. It's too hard to say. But so I'm not selling Hedron. I would not sell any, and I'm not really buying it. I'm just holding, and I'm just minting whatever I got off my Hex.
Yeah. I'll admit I've sold some, but I'm also holding plenty, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the ecosystem because I'm not, I just, like Randy Kolarski always says, it's like free money, take some, leave your moon bag and or more if you want to do that, and let's go. Let's see what this is. Like we joked in the green room, it's the Build-A-Bear market. Where I have a question in here. Where'd it go? Hex me. Why not sell Hedron to get Hex? Which I've heard this is a strategy as well, but you could also hold both. But if you don't own as much Hex as you want, I guess you could do that and you feel more comfortable with Hex. But any thoughts on that one?
I think there is nothing wrong at all with selling your Hedron for Hex. I know Hexologist does it and did it at the beginning. That's cool, man. That's a good move. If you can get rid of your Hedron and get yourself more Hex, that's a win. Don't feel bad about that ever. You know, that's an option. But there's nothing wrong with holding your Hedron and your Hex and just let it, you know, think of Hedron as like a side bet. You know, just let it ride. You know, just don't even worry about it. So, but both are good strategies.
Hex Monkey. I'm still a native Hexed purist. HSI stakes and all these other tokens aren't for me, but that's just me. Lots of y'all are going to do great with these other things, and more power to you. I completely understand that viewpoint as well. I mean, some of these things are for some people, some aren't. Hex has taught many, I think, that were into crypto and even from traditional markets or whatever background that time in the market is becoming superior to timing the market. So timing the market, especially with some of these altcoins, is like a bad game of roulette, really. Not recommended. And I mean, you stand better perhaps with a chance of Bitcoin because of the liquidity and high price, and you know, you can, or less volatility than some of these other alts. But yeah, it's you know, you do you. No financial advice on this show. Hex is far superior. Why not sell free money for superior product? Yeah, kind of like what you were saying there earlier.
That's smart. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
sold some Hedron for my Hex watch. Shout out to Hex Toys. Sai over there making good stuff. I think he just made the 4 weeks Pulse watch, so go check that out. I think it's on Hex.toys.
Yep.
Pretty dope. It's like I think what was the limited edition Hex watch? Was that, how many was that? It was 100, 300? It was a small number.
Yeah.
There was either, I don't know if it was 100 of them or 369 of them, but it was not very many.
Yeah,
This one
I think it might
is
have
1,000 being made.
Yeah, this one is 1,000. So yeah, head over, check it out. Hex.toys. I love everything that Sai does. If you like the NFT figures for the, you know, Richard Hart, I think a new Richard Hart just dropped. He dropped the JJ Yaley NASCAR within the past couple of weeks. So that's pretty cool stuff. 100 for 369. So you kind of had it there, Big K. There you go. Both in the same question.
I got to admit, I don't love the teal color on it. Just
right, for the Hex watch, I didn't, you know.
Right? It's like it wasn't, the color scheme was not appropriate. So I didn't love it.
Pretty Quotes is in the chat. Maybe 100. Yeah, I think it was probably 100. Sai did say, I guess, when shipping, like the, I guess the British shipping or something like that, like 2 got lost in the shipping.
Shit, dude. They ganked those packages once they realized what's inside, man.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, good luck without the NFT kind of things.
Oh my God. That's so sad.
Yeah, I got something. Well, I mean, you could, I guess, pawn off the watch, and if nobody knows better about the NFT, I guess you could. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Hex FTW, I didn't know it. That many sold already. That is quite interesting for a bear market. Like more than half have sold already.
Yeah, more than who's buying $1,000 watches instead of
$1,000
worth of Hex.
hey. What bear market for Hexagons, right?
That's going to be a $10,000 watch pretty quick there.
Yeah, really. Freddie Quotes, I still haven't received mine. I haven't either, bro, but I think they're coming within the next couple weeks, because I think Sai redid shipping carriers after the first, you know, bad time with that, with 2 getting stolen. So I think that's what the delay is in that. So no worries there. Wanted to get back to this. This is my private beach. Certainly not. I wish. But I am in an area of Florida. It's called Maximus, and there are some very rumored to be very wealthy people around here. Obviously, we are in a bear, so I'm not going to spend hex on anything like this. And I've been coming to you from the beach for years now, so I've been here, man. But rumor has it, right up the road, one Steven Spielberg might have a beach house. One Stephen King may have a beach house. I actually saw that one 2 days ago. That thing is like the gem of the island. So yeah, it was bananas. So yeah, definitely not my private beach, private island. But these folks up here have their own beach houses and private beaches. Really, technically, you go anywhere that there are these large houses on the water. There is no private beach. They'll put signs out and shit like that, but you can walk up and down the beach as you please. Nobody cares. You can go out and fish. You can go out and swim in the Gulf, Caribbean, sea, whatever. So just a note for you guys out there. Don't be deterred by, oh, somebody has a big house there, I can't go on that beach. You'll be fine. Enjoy your work. Yes, look out for Spielberg. Happy Friday, Monica. What's up? Did we get a bonus seagull? I was not paying attention. There was a manatee, I believe some barracuda out there earlier. Snook, some guy was I think caught one, and a bunch of other tropical fish out here. What else we got? Maxi. So let's get into this one. We're halfway through the show. I don't think you've been on for the latest in Maxi DFED. Base token, team token. You have thoughts on these? I've watched some. There's some really good videos out there by Hexkins. Always love crypto coffee stuff, but plenty of others as well. What do you think about that one?
I love it. So just regular Maximus blew my expectations out of the water. I never expected to see such a high premium over Hex so quickly. I mean, it even peaked over double at one point. I think it was 2.2 times was the highest, right? So Maxi is freaking awesome. That thing killed it. So I'm super excited for team and base. I think it's really, really cool. It's a really cool system where base is like that 1 year rolling stake that you can kind of join, and then team is where you like stake your Maxi and you're trying to go the distance like long term. Like I really think it's cool. I'm super bullish on it. I think Dipcatcher and Golden Key did a really good job on it. So super bullish. I'm very excited for that.
I'm punching through my green screen right now, but it's not working. I'm even adding people over here, from special effects.
Yeah, I think that's a green screen. Yeah.
Perhaps not. But anyway, Big K, any recent thoughts in the past week on the Maximus ecosystem?
No,
perhaps
really.
Going from like the 10 years, now we have a coin that's staked for 1 year.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. I mean, I don't know if I see like the benefit to it isn't like that extreme to me, that I'm like, oh, I gotta use that, but it's cool. It's still cool. I think that like building is cool. I don't get free coins, so I'm not
build the bear. Build
excited.
in the bear.
Yeah, but I do like things being built. I mean, I don't know if I'll use the 1 year thing. I don't know if I would do that. I did some Maxi, so like maybe I use some for the other stuff. But I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not. I like it. It's cool. I like building. But I'm not like I'm so into this. Definitely doesn't.
Yeah. Like my personal plan is I'm probably going to put half my Maxi into team, and then I'll just keep the other half the Maxi, and that's it. Easy, simple. For base, putting in the hex, that one's a little harder. I don't think I'm not going to go as big as I went on Maxi, because I actually went pretty big on Maxi for me. It was a substantial amount of hex, and that worked out great. But base, I don't love the 1 year stake, so I'm more bullish on team than base.
Do you think a lot of people are going to have? you think a lot of people are going to have that sentiment? Because I mean, both of you just said right now, hey, the 1 year. I mean, obviously we can see the value prop in a 10, being hexagons for years now. But you think the success rate of that one's going to be significantly less because you can only do it for a year, or they're still going to have kind of like their for lack of a better term fan base do it anyway and get in on it.
Yeah. And I think the more hex that goes into it, the more successful it is, because then it earns like a bigger yield, basically, because you're getting that bigger pays better. So if like, let's just pretend 50 million hex or 100 million hex goes into it, okay, it's probably going to do pretty good. If it's really low, like 1 million hex or less than, not so great. You won't get as much price appreciation. So we'll see how the turnout is.
We will see how it goes.
Yeah, and having said that, my strategy is wait until the last day of the minting phase so you can see how much has been added. Then you can make a choice. Hey, do I want to join this pool or not? Because 95% of the people will already be in. So I would wait till the very end and then jump in if you want.
That's interesting that you said that, because I think a lot of people may have done that with the original MAXI, right? And like we're waiting, but I mean that ended up being close to 300 million, and there was still, I think, a rush at the end, if memory serves. So I mean,
yes,
people are still FOMOing after well over $250 million hex sacrificed. So
yeah, that was a great turnout.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like theory on that. Brennan throwing the full bag. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
All right, you do it, bro. You do it.
Yeah, you first, man. Yeah.
What if everyone waits? Yeah, I mean it's part of the the game theory and a lot of these projects that are out there, right? Especially wait. But Russ, I don't know when you started the show too, so that's the problem with, I guess, some of the comments is you don't know when they come in. So you could be watching it in delay. So I don't know if you're talking about wait or, this MAXI ecosystem discussion that we're currently having right now. What else is on the list here? Let's just keep going down the line. Anything? I mean, you get asked to death, DFed. I haven't asked you in probably a month. So when PulseX, when PulseChain. I'm just doing it out of fun now. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about anything till like the end of the year. My personal belief, I think I said this last week, is I'm not expecting if Bitcoin, and take this for what anyone take this for they will, but if Bitcoin goes sub 15K, I think you better get your ducks in a row. That is my personal opinion, not financial advice. And that would also, any day now, brings us another day closer to the ETH merge. I would think you would want to maybe front run that. I don't know, but just some thoughts going around in my mind. Any added thoughts there, DFed?
Wow. Well, you brought up a great point with the merge. I didn't even think about that, because once Ethereum does the merge and once they upgrade their chain to proof of stake, I don't know if that throws a monkey wrench into the whole PulseChain fork, because basically Ethereum will be so different that like PulseChain won't sync up, right? So that's a good question, actually. I didn't even think about that. What were you saying, Big K?
Yeah, I mean, even you even want to beat. I was thinking that just because that's like one of Richard's marketing points that he likes to like lean on is that we're planning on beating Ethereum to market with their own stuff. So like, you got to actually do that though, So
yeah, and just to clarify, I think the merge is coming to testnet Rinkeby for Ethereum. So it's not like mainnet Ethereum. That's like next year. But I'll be honest, man, at this point, I think PulseChain might come out sometime next year. Yeah, man. But people are going to hate me for that. It could be like it could be another 9 months, y'all. Like easy at this point. Now we've waited a year. Well, maybe it could be another. Shit, this stuff's harder than we thought,
Yeah, I mean, it could. I don't want to, get you in too much into the weeds, but it sounds to me like it's more optimizing now, and this is an opinion that I brought up last week, that it could have been launched perhaps if it were a crappier founder and, you know, just ho-hum dev team. It could have been launched when Richard said it was going to be launched, which was, I think, mid-May. But thankfully, we don't have that. We have the God founder. We got a great dev team, from what I can understand. We got, 14 devs now. And, you know, perfection is kind of the goal if we have time to do it. So why would you even pursue or rush something to release in, you know, perhaps going even deeper into a bear, again, just my opinion, then keep optimizing. And like he said on his last, you know, one of his last streams, you know, make a product that you want, or a project that can hold out and have better uptime. You want that 100%. I think 100% for a full blockchain is a lofty goal, but perhaps it's because I've been watching Solana go down every day. But yeah, like, why not go for it if we have the time to do it? There's no rush here. I know people who sacked may be in a rush, but you guys aren't going to hang around anyway, so sorry.
Yeah, you said it. And we cannot afford to be like Solana, right? Like, that sucks. Like, having a blockchain that just shuts off and stops, that's not cool. And the vulnerability they found, it's possible. I don't know the technical details of it, but basically, I think they can fuck with the validators. And, like, I think I'm just guessing. This is totally my own, like, you know, I'm making this up, but I think the problem stems from, it's possible if you have enough pulse, you can vote for validators that aren't actually running servers. And if you get enough of them in the top 33 with the largest votes, the blockchain just stops functioning because there's no servers to mine the blocks. So this happened once on the testnet. The testnet halted, and then they had to, like, restart it. So we cannot afford to do that after its mainnet time. Like, it's got to be good. It's got to work. This shit, we can't have these vulnerabilities. Like, that's not acceptable. So it's worth the wait. It has to be perfect.
I love this comment from the Dix Insider. In car terms, he's installing nitrous oxide so he can go even faster.
I like that. Yeah. And like, I feel like we're doing a roll cage and a seat belt and a helmet. Like, we're putting on safety equipment right now.
That's good. That's good. Rocket Mob God founder, not my term. Somebody said it, and I just loved it. So I've been using it, you know, wherever I see it to be fit. Like to also welcome in friend of a special beach edition last summer of DFED and I, the bastard, still wrecked bastard.
Hello, never fear.
How you doing, bro?
What's up, my
Doing
man?
great, man. Doing great. Cabana, DFED, Big K, good to see you guys.
What's up,
Too,
brother?
bro. Yeah, man.
up, man?
How's it hanging?
Doing okay. I'm still positive.
Your house is burning, though. So.
Yeah, everything is fine.
You should go like full screen and just say everything is fine. Let's do that. Let's clip that right now. Hold on.
Everything is fine, guys.
Go. We'll have that forever. All right.
Oh god, I can see your excellence is having a go because I've been a little bit quiet recently. I haven't really done any streams for a little while. I've been hella busy creating something for some of you guys. So we will see next
Looking
week.
forward to
I
it.
should have some details for you.
I think you may have thrown out some teasers last week too at last week's stream, and I also mentioned last week DFED wasn't here, but just the last time both of you were on, I was at another beach location, although indoors, and I just remember I left you all in the green room. I was like, oh man, I'll just come back and chat, whatever. Literally like 4 hours later, you guys are still in the green room chatting it up, and I just
Me and
like,
DFED were chatting for time, man.
That was just awesome. Green rooms are where it's at, for streamers.
Honestly, the green room is the only reason I do this shit usually. Like,
Pretty much. It's better than going to
green
the
room
pub.
chats are.
Well, I need to
awesome.
end this early then, because I only have enough battery to do a show when I'm out here remote. But let's
Yeah, I'm a bit late to the party, guys.
all good. We still got like
yeah.
at least 30 minutes, I think here.
Awesome.
We had a question from Beyond All. The ETH merge, perhaps for DFED and or Big K or whoever wants to chime in. ETH merge is very interesting. Can you talk more about that? Because once they switch to proof of stake, how can the fork or snapshot be possible?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if it will be possible. That might throw a monkey wrench into it.
I mean, I don't know about if it's not possible, because like there's still a blockchain with you know, balances and wallets and such, you know. So like I mean,
that's a good point. Okay.
you know, you're really just taking a system state of what's going on there.
True. We're actually
Yeah.
you're taking the system state database. You're right.
Mhm.
It's not all the code. It's just
It's
like
not all the
balances.
code. It's not like any of the consensus code actually, you know, whatsoever. Really, that's what is being built. You know, it's just the system state. You know, so I feel like it'd still be fine. It'd still be possible. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a developer.
Yeah, same here. But that sounds reasonable.
I'm not a developer. I just stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, you know.
A developer's too good for Holiday Inn, bro. I don't care how rich I am. Holiday Inn's all right over here. I've been there a couple of times. All good.
Let's see what else is on the docket. Anything else? So that,
safe bet.
yeah, we were talking like PulseX. I guess that was a little bit of Pulse there. Any other thoughts? I actually had a comment in the chat. Let me pull this up really quick here.
I'll grab a beverage. Be right back.
Yeah, man. We'll wait for DFED to get back. How you doing, Basta? Did you have a good night?
Yeah, it was okay. I had a little. I don't want to put a downer or anything, but someone in my close family like is in the hospital, so I had to do some like running around, and everything's cool, everything's okay, but yeah, I had to just do like a little bit of running around today. So I worked all day, and then I've just been like going, and I mean it's nearly 11 o'clock now, and I only got in the house about 20 minutes ago, so you know. But I'm doing good. I got a beer now. Well, cider. So
there you go. Same. I need to crack another here shortly, and DFED just grab one.
Yeah.
Cheers. Guys.
Respect. What's everybody drinking, by the way?
Cheers.
This is Strongbow Dark Fruits, which is basically just like berry cider.
What? I have a. I might butcher this name. Jai Alai, India Pale Ale from Cigar City Brewing.
That's High Lie.
High Lie? Big K knows because it's from Tampa. High Lie? There you
Yes. High Lie is
ball.
Yes, it's a game from Brazil, I believe, with the
See?
ball and kind of like a thing that you like a atlatl almost, you know, that you swing the ball, and like you wing the ball at incredible speeds. I'm talking speeds that are so fast that you can kill a person with the ball in the melon.
It's dangerous.
So the story goes that the highlight, there's a guy, actually there's a Mad Men episode that they talk about this guy, some rich dude back in like the 60s or something, he really was into highlight, and he decided that he was going to bring highlight to America. And so he made a whole bunch of, he self-funded like a highlight league all over Florida. And so in Florida, there's like, I'd say 7 or 8 of these, maybe, and they're not all still around. Some of them are still around and have been turned into other things, big highlight arenas, because they're like a, you know, it's kind of like a sports dome kind of thing that they'd have for them. And so Tampa was the holdout in the sense that like there still is highlight leagues that like if you are going to play the league, the whole idea of the National League fell apart obviously, and this dude lost all of the money invested in it. But there is still a small group of highlight players that you know play recreationally in Tampa, and that's where the beer name comes from. And there's still a stadium there. The other ones I think are like either poker rooms or dog tracks or I don't know, other things that aren't as, more seedy. But anyways, High Lie, very good beer. It's made by Cigar City. It's a heavy, very super hoppy IPA.
Yeah, actually,
what's it called again, bro?
High Lie.
High Lie.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's Marion says, yes, High Lie is a big gambling business in Asia too. So,
there we go. Yes, big gambling business.
See, I love this show. I'm just getting cultured more and more every Friday. High Lie.
Yes.
There you go.
High Lie.
Yes. How about this one, Big K? While we're talking beers locally, Calusa, was it a Zote or something like that? Calusa Brewing. I just had that. I've had that a couple times. That is my favorite here. The High Lie was my backup. But are you familiar with Calusa?
I'm not actually.
Okay.
Not right.
You guys have got some like really weird like names for beer. I mean, we do over here as well, actually, to be fair, but it's just such a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and in the States, over the past 10 years, there's been an explosion of microbreweries.
Yeah.
So every
That's
town
about-
has like two breweries
We've
now.
had that here as well. I don't know if they
Yeah.
were just already here and we just didn't know about them. but,
See,
like,
people don't really realize, but the microbrew thing, where it was like really born out of was like fucking hippies and Dead Tour really in the States, because like back in the day, you couldn't. When you'd go on tour, there was certain microbrew places that sold fantastic beer, but you couldn't get them unless you were like a licensed member of that state. Like for instance, Fat Tire and Sierra Nevada are two that are big ones that I'm thinking of. That like
I love
like,
Fat Tire though.
Belgium.
Yeah, like a Miller High Life on tour. If you're outside of a concert and there's somebody selling them, it was gonna go for $1. Whereas like a Fat Tire would go for like $4 to $5. And if you weren't a member, if you didn't have a Colorado license and you went to the Fat Tire brewery and you're like, give me a case of this Fat Tire shit or whatever, they'd be like, no, go screw yourself. You had to be a local to even get the ability to sell the beer at all these festival or great dead shows around the country. And so like the mystique or the notoriety of the kick-ass microbrews became like a thing. You'd get, like I said, you could make 5 times what people be paying for a beer for the the fancy microbrews. And so like now it's a thing that like became way more mainstream everywhere, but like that's really where I remember it coming from, since like the 90s. Really, that's when that was how that worked. Anyways, long story, more culture for you, Cabana. There,
I love it, bro. High Lie, bro. I was like, I don't know how to order this. I'm going to butcher the name last night. I was like, Jai Lie, and I don't even think the waitress knew, but I come on this show and, I get told the proper pronunciation. So it's all High Lie. So,
imagine if the waitress just like went on this big rant at you, like you're saying it wrong, and then explained everything that Big K just explained to you.
Yeah, but I went in saying I probably will butcher this. So, please spare me. So she didn't know anyway. Yeah. So, but yeah, try that Calusa. I'm gonna have to look that up actually. But way tastier, I think, and it's a hazy IPA, but very, very tasty on the Gulf Coast here.
Nice.
I wanted to bring up, because I saw the comment long ago in chat, so it's too far back. But someone mentioned Richard's latest tweet, so I'm just going to read it because I'm not in studio right now, so I'm not going to pull up his timeline. But, quote, "Some people are degenerates." It's almost like he was watching the start of the show, but he wasn't, because this was tweeted right before the start of the show. "They can't be patient. They buy shit coins. They promote them. They get wrecked. They get others wrecked. I don't follow the shitcoin degens. Neither should you." And I jokingly say that because I don't consider, some of the stuff that we, they're way shittier shitcoins than, some of the ones that we mentioned. And I'm, again, full
I only heard you
of
speaking about
ecosystem.
Maxi and Hedron. What things were you talking about before that?
I'm not going to call them shitcoins, but we mentioned Pulse Doge, and we mentioned the weight token.
What, the good one or the copy Doge?
The new one. the good one. Well, the new one's the good one. The old one's the shit one.
Ooh, I don't know, man.
Oh
debate,
yeah, fuck
debate.
Pulse Doge. The old Pulse Doge win, fuck that shit. That coin is garbage.
Debate.
The NFTs
Why
are
don't you
garbage.
like it? I'm curious. Why don't you like it?
Well, the price
Oh,
sucks.
shit.
Like,
I didn't come prepared for this.
in my opinion, like it's on. So the coin is on Binance Smart Chain, and what the original Pulse Doge win.
Yeah.
So Binance Smart Chain sucks. Most of us can't even get there. I refuse to do business with Binance personally. So that really limited the users, right? It's hard to get there. And then it's like he's selling NFTs and art and like pictures of Richard as a dog. Like nobody wants that trash. Like that's garbage, man. Like that doesn't help anybody.
Okay. No, carry on. Finish your point.
Well, then I was just going to say, to contrast that to the new one, Pulse Doge coin, the ripoff. It was a free airdrop. All the Hexagons got it. You claimed it. Here's your coins. Boom. It's rare. The price has been doing great. I just, I don't. That's about it, man. It's like the tokenomics and just look at the performance. That's all I can really do. Is just, I feel like the new clone, the new one, it really beat them badly.
Okay, let's rewind a little because I don't know everything about these guys because I only really started getting involved a little bit in what they're doing and actually looking at what they did fairly recently. Yeah, but the reason that now I don't want to put words in their mouth, but it appears that the reason that they launched on BSC was to onboard new users to PulseChain. Because remember when they did that, it was ages ago, but we thought at the time maybe PulseChain is going to be a few months away. Yeah. So they've launched on BSC. So there's two reasons why they could have done that. One is they've got a lot of BSC users, and most of those are degens anyway, as we know. Impromptu debate, lol. So many of those guys are degens anyway, because you get every kind of like cum rocket Elon shitface anu on there, right?
Yep.
So they were going after that crowd anyway. And then secondly, I think deep down they know that a lot of Hexagons won't fuck with BSC.
That's true.
So they never really went after the Hexagons, to my knowledge. The Hexagons kind of found them. Yes, they memed Richard Hart, but they didn't really go like after the Hexagons. And yeah, I know you can argue they didn't give money for free to the Hexagons, but at the same time, that wasn't really their target crowd. If you look at that chart, now I don't know the exact measurement, but offhand, from what I think I remember, that shit pumped like 7,000x, man.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
It pumped like 7,000x. For fuck's sake, it was not a failure. And where it is now is way higher than where it launched at. Way higher. And actually, to be honest, just going to throw it out there. When I look at that chart, it looks fucking bullish to me. Because of where it's sitting. It's like flatlined, right? It's had a huge dip, about a 96% dip, maybe 93. Yeah. I can't remember. Yep. But if you look at that chart, it's just going sideways, man. No one else is selling it. And right. And okay, you mentioned the NFTs as well, yeah? Yeah. So you mentioned the NFTs. Do you know how they're selling the NFTs?
I do not know.
You have to burn the supply to get them. They are not selling them. You have to burn supply to get them.
That's bullish for the coin. Okay,
they have a billion supply capped. That was the max that they had. You have to burn the supply to get the NFTs. They're not taking money off people for this shit. Yeah.
I mean, they're tricking the users into burning their coins for NFTs. Like it's
if
good
they
for everybody else.
That, bro, that's fine. They might only burn 1,000 coins in total or something, right? But the fact is, it's just an incentive. If people want to do that, then they can do that. They're very much about like just let people make their own mind up about whether they want to take advantage of the thing. But that's one thing. And then the second thing is they're introducing a staking mechanism, which, by the way, they only got the funds for this staking mechanism by basically finding out who the whales were in the system and asking them to give supply back. The whales gave half of their supply back to the guys so they could build this staking mechanism. And they're going to be giving, I don't know the exact figures. I think it's 36.9% APY over 369 days if you lock up for that long.
Okay. I didn't know any of that. That's interesting. All right.
Bro, do you know why you don't know any of this, right? It's because, and also their marketing. the PulseDoge marketing is very much about like handshakes. Yeah, we just, hey guys, we're friendly and whatever, and that's you know, some people didn't like that at the beginning, but you got to remember as well that these were the first meme coins to come out aimed at anything to do with our community that I can remember, and so they took like maximum flack, maximum horrid pressure for, you know, everyone rebelled against them and thought they were a fucking scam and this, that, and the other. But they've proven that they're not a scam, because if they were going to rug it, they would have done it when it was up 7,000x, right? Not now while it's fucking down in the dumps. So, you know, but anyway, what my point was is that they've gone in with this like very friendly, oh yeah, we just want to be pals. We make sarcastic, funny jokes and this, that, and the other, right? And you either like it or you don't, whatever. It's besides the point. But the other guys, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, right? There's a reason that like, and lol at that comment, by the way, but like, I'm just saying PLSD, when people say PLSD is good compared to PulseDoge, they definitely don't understand the original coin for a start. And I'm not saying in any way that this is better than fucking Hex. I know we're hexagons and this, that, and the other, but like, I see so many hexagons that are all about PLSD these days. But you see the guys that run that fucking admin, yeah? What are they on? Where is the friendship? Where is the fun? Where they just go around attacking every fucking project that they can, saying how shit it is all the fucking time. They're awful. Like I was open to the project and I like the free money, right? I got a nice amount of free money from that shit. I'm very, very thankful for that. But those guys, the way that they've approached their marketing is just like, oh, you're shit, you're shit, you're shit, but we're great. And it's like, why are you great? Oh, because it's low supply. Okay, it's low supply, but like, and I'm not shitting on that coin, but whoever runs their admin is he's just a dickhead. Like the way he speaks to people is awful. And I've seen him attack Hex, I've seen him attack Hedron, I've seen him attack PulseDoge. I can't even remember what else, man. But it's just I got a very bad vibe off them. Whereas when I was in the original PulseDoge community, they're friendly as fuck and they're funny. And that's what meme coins are supposed to be, right? And I'm not a meme coin maximalist by any stretch of the imagination. Like 90% of my bags are in Hex, man. But they do pump hard as fuck. So and this is the thing, I hear so much information going out about how terrible the original PulseDoge is. Nobody has done their fucking research. These guys have spent the last year or so building really cool shit to improve their coin, and it pumped hard as fuck already, and they didn't rug it. So like, someone made a comment the other day that like PLSD has got the loudest like 3x in cryptocurrency history. I know it's done more than a 3x, but besides the point, it's gone up to like what, $1 to $5.50. And yeah, no, it's going sideways, whatever. Yep. It's doing okay, right? And I'm sure it probably will do all right. I'm not taking anything away from what they're trying to do, but the marketing was clearly unoriginal because all they've done is copy another project. And then instead of, you know, being friendly with everyone else in the community, they've just been like, either like us or you're a cunt, we hate you, we're going to attack you with every shield that we've got. So anyway, yeah, I know I've ranted on there, but like I'm not like I'm not a PulseDoge OG maximalist by any stretch of the imagination. I do like the guys, they're all right, but I only really started talking to them about a month ago. I didn't understand the project either. But actually it was PLSD coming out that made me go and look at it and be like, yo, this is way better. Why didn't I know about this before? So anyway, you know, obviously feel free to respond, but it's just like, fuck.
I gotta agree.
People are mixed up on this shit.
The founder of the PulseDoge coin is very toxic, and their whole community.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Actually,
yeah,
thank you.
Toxic as fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, me and Matt even interviewed him. Like, he was fine during our interview, but on Twitter, toxic as fuck. And there's like 3 or 4 other accounts that are also big on it. Not Gunther, but like other anonymous ones. Yeah, man, they just shit post all over the place. You're absolutely right. I mean, when you put it that way, you make a great point. I think you win this debate, dude. I gotta give it to you, man. Like that, I think you win. I can't defend
that was our first.
That good.
That was our first happy hour impromptu debate.
Thank you for the debate, sir. I know it was basically just me ranting.
The boss of one.
But you're right on, man.
Hey, Beard, how you doing, bro?
Hello. I'm doing great. I saw the magnificent beard of Feeder here, and I was like, kind of need to be here too.
Welcome, man. Welcome. You're a loud beard tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were a little
too loud
last week, actually.
Oh yeah, you're like yelling into the microphone, but you're all good. It's the beard. It amplifies the voice, you know. So yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, we were just chatting. I don't know, Big K, because I can't tell because of the glare here. But if you're still in the room, but any comment on that Richard tweet, and I'll just read it once again for anybody who just hopped in the stream. Some people are some people are degenerates. They can't be patient. They buy shit coins. They promote them. They get wrecked. They get others wrecked. I don't follow the shit coin degens. Neither should you. And that I also find irony in that, because some of these shitcoin influencers have sacked for Pulse, and oh man, if Pulse performs or starts to perform, these are the same guys that shilled people Luna and Celsius. Oh, like what side do you come out on that on? Are we gonna like take the publicity of that and be like, cool, these guys are mentioning us now, or is it going to be, oh, well, these are the same guys that also got you wrecked on Luna. They got you wrecked on Celsius. Like, how's that how do we approach that conversation or idea when talking about it?
Oh, I think it depends on
Food for thought.
It's almost on like a furu by furu basis.
Very good. Very good.
We gotta judge them all individually. You know what I mean? Like Omar Bam, for example. Like, nope, sorry, bro. You've interviewed Richard twice. You shilled Celsius. You lost everything. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you have no credibility. So, even in my opinion, like Bitch Boy, fuck him. I hope he goes away. You know, he's loving Richard now and stuff. Like, nah, get out of here.
Who's Bitch Boy? Wait,
Bit Boy. It's really Bit
Boy.
Boy.
Bit
I call him
Boy,
Bitch
right?
Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a punk. So those guys should just vanish. You know what I mean? In my opinion, we don't need
the thing is, we don't really decide who sticks around and who doesn't. We can give them attention or whatever, but they'll find their niche anyways, and people that want to listen. Like, there's a reason that why Bitch Boy is one of the biggest YouTubers, because people want to listen to him. Whether he's right or wrong doesn't really matter, and so it's in their best interest to keep yapping their mouths, so they will. And if that brings more attention to PulseChain, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people tune in for what they want to hear, and I know that's probably not a popular opinion. Well, that might be, but this is probably going to be unpopular. I think that's true in the Hex ecosystem as well, the Richard Hart coin ecosystem. People want to hear about price performance and moon math, and if it gets into something more technical or about security or something like that, things that I think that we should all, they're the boring topics, but we should all be educated in. They don't have the biggest audiences for those streams, and I think I would really hope and want to see those audiences grow for those streams, because I think that's going to become more important, in the years to come, especially if people's bags, start to increase. Thoughts?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, like, I just won't interact with them. You know what I mean? Like, Omar, I've got blocked. Bitch Boy's blocked. Like, I block all those guys on Twitter. I don't want to see their videos.
Sure.
I don't want to talk about them. I just ignore it. They don't exist anymore, right? They've already lost, in my opinion. But if they do come around, though, like if Bitch Boy does start talking about PulseChain, fine. If he onboards 100,000 new users, that is positive. I do like that. So it's a double-edged sword.
You can also just see it as we being the more deeper layer in crypto knowledge. Not necessarily me, because but like, you get onboarded by these big YouTube influencers, right, into crypto. You can understand stuff, and then you figure out, oh, these people talk shit, but these people are cool and they actually know what they're talking about. And then you get to these different levels in YouTube, basically, where you find the right people. Takes a while, but that's kind of like experience in the space, right? So as long as we just show the right way of doing stuff and evaluating projects and whatever, like everything, doing crypto right, as long as we keep doing that, we're saving people, basically. And so
yeah,
I guess
I'm just overexposed to like American news culture, because it's so lazy here, because people, I call it a headline culture, because people are so lazy that they just read headlines and think they're informed by parroting headlines no matter where they saw them.
Yes.
You can figure out.
Example from yesterday.
You can say, let me finish real quick.
Yeah.
You can figure out, where I'm going with that, and news organizations spelled with a Z, and TV and print. But at the same time, I thought of that point just because of Bobby Huxelrod's excellent comment here. Ironically, those are the reasons that I made it here and became a PulseX sacker and Hexagon. And I think he's talking about the YouTubers, it's like the gurus, because I started there. I was like 2017, class of 2017, but I'm a free thinker. I thought for myself. So I took one opinion, or the opinion that was being shoved down my throat, and was like, okay, well, let me see if somebody else is thinking differently, or am I just gonna be like nom 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 nom? I'm gonna eat it and drink the Kool-Aid, wash it down with Kool-Aid, but I didn't. I saw other content. I sought it out. I found guys like Richard Hart and people like that who speak truth and things that you can learn from. And it sucks to hear the honest truth sometimes, but I appreciate it greatly. And that's why I kind of went in more so with the Hex ecosystem from Bitcoin, from Ethereum, and grew that over time. Like my funds went from those traditional assets, which I was bigger in, into the Hex ecosystem. Sorry, DFed, go ahead.
I just wanted to agree with you. And I have a real world example from like yesterday about how people just read the headlines. It says Boris Johnson resigns. That's all it said. That's the headline, right? That's every tweet. That's every news article. And then you read the article. Boris Johnson resigns as the head of the Conservative Party. He's remaining the prime minister until the end of his term. Like that's exactly how they do headline.
When Richard posted something about that the other day, was it even yesterday actually? Because I just genuinely never read the news or watch the news or take part in any of that shit. But you do have this habit of just you read a headline. So I actually assumed that he was not going to be prime minister anymore, and I fucking live here. So
exactly. That's how they get you.
Oh,
the devil's in the details.
99% of it's usually bullshit though, so it's hard to like get in and actually even so it's like every now and again there's something important that you need to know, but it's like 1 in 100 things that they suggest the narrative is. But anyway, it's too dark.
too dark. I just saw this headline, not crypto related. Hexo just retweeted it. Twitter says, and again, not crypto related, but we talk about this because it does, as a conversation platform for Twitter. Twitter says it will sue Elon to complete the $44 billion merger he just rejected, and it's confident they will prevail. And then Twitter is plunging after hours by 6%. So here we go.
Uh-oh.
And Elon is saying that Twitter is a material breach of multiple provisions of agreement. So this is just a fiasco. It's a mess. It's a circus. It's kind of what we all thought. And I remember talking about this a couple months ago with Motley and Big K and Randy when we were doing the Jersey meetup. And it's just like, we took some bets on it for October, I think, when, for 6 months from then, would Twitter be bought? And I think all it's out the window, I guess, but it was fun to think about.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Elon's such a troll. I mean,
yes, he is the ultimate troll. Yeah. And he can do it. So yeah. I mean, Richard is, one of the best trolls out there as well. I would.
Richard's getting really good at it, I mean, he's already been good since day that I've known him, but like, he's with the flexing thing occasionally, like when was it the Rick Ross thing where he was like, oh, these crypto guys, who's got the money? Show me the money. And he just levered it up with all this shit. Like that's where that comes in handy.
Yeah. And this is like an impromptu thing. We're pretty much at the end of the coin list aside from Hex, but thoughts on him with Charles Payne on Fox Business. I thought he did a great job. I think it's a shame.
That's cool.
It was a shame that I guess some haters and spammers flooded his email box, or I don't know what, with the bullshit stuff that's been answered time and time again, and the fact that the 5 minutes on TV, like part of like 30 seconds or whatever it was, had to be devoted to addressing a $500 fine versus raising 27 million in charity. Totally ridiculous, but it's expected. But otherwise, cool stuff.
He's
man.
gonna get that thrown at him forever. I think we're just gonna have to
I mean,
it.
Think. I thought about this today. Think about where we've come from and where we are right now. Yesterday, or whenever it was, 2 days ago, he was literally on Fox Business.
Yeah,
that was not even a dream a year or 2 years ago. And you know what's next? Like the staircase is, the ladder's going up, man. They keep trying to pin us down, and it was good. Yeah, Richard held himself to no ranting. I thought that was great.
Richard did a great job on that interview on Fox Business News. And what I think is happening is the mainstream media, they're just realizing we exist right now. So they're at the beginning of the story 4 years ago. They just found out about Richard. They're just learning about him. But I think over the next 2 years, 3 years, he's going to become a bigger personality in the mainstream news. And we're going to get past this. They just have to learn, because they're 4 years behind us. You know, we're Hexicans. We're like a half a decade ahead of the whole world. Then, like, people don't even know what PulseChain is. Like, it's going to be the best blockchain ever, and they won't know about it for years to come. So those guys, ancient media is so far behind, but at least they're catching up. I thought it was super bullish.
It's kind of similar with the BitBoy thing that you guys were talking about earlier as well, though. And I know BitBoy has always sort of been in and out of streaming with Richard over the years or whatever. There's some old ones of him streaming with Richard, so he's never like gate kept him per se. I don't know the full story, but BitBoy is a pretty mainstream guy, and I think a lot of these mainstream guys are starting to realize who Richard is and talking about him. And even if they talk about him in a negative way, he's getting attention. So all the kind of mainstream crypto guys are now fully aware of who this guy is and what he's doing. And they probably have bad opinions maybe still, but besides the point, he's becoming like a household name in our space. So then you're right, as things develop into these bigger spaces like Fox News and this, that, and the other, this was like the first taste. As you say, they're 4 years behind. So like mainstream crypto is catching up now. So in 4 years from now, that's when the fucking world knows, right? And anyway, that was kind of my point. It's sort of like levels, right? So we're sort of like really cracking through on the mainstream crypto scene, and we're starting to crack through on the mainstream scene. So it's cool.
Here's an interesting one from Eagle AI. Charles Payne asked him what Hex is. Rand and Crypto Banner wouldn't even talk about Hex on the first interview.
Right.
So we started from the bottom, now we're here, right? So, yeah.
And this was 5 minutes, not an hour.
Yeah. Yes.
That was painful. Like I didn't get why they would avoid it like that, you know.
Because they're idiots.
I want to bring up Michael Light's comment here. He blew a couple chances to really expound on Hex and the future of the web. Should have been paying attention. I mean, I get you, but at the same time, it's like I doubt those questions were rehearsed, and it literally is like a 4-minute, 45-second window. So you don't know what direction the conversation is going to go. I would have loved to have mentioned, or for him to have mentioned, the 27 million raised for charity in response to that $500 thing. I think that needs to be top of mind next time he's asked about it, because the audience is going to get larger. So next time he's asked about it, perhaps on a bigger podcast like Lex Friedman, even though that would be long form, right? So it'd be like 3 hours. So that topic would come up, but just in these short spot appearances, have that on file, man, right in your brain. Be like, all right, you know what? You want to come at me with this $500 thing that was 20 years ago? Okay, let me talk about 27 million. Shuts everybody up. That would have shut everybody up. So I agree with you, Michael. But and the point that he could have brought up more. But again, it was like 5 minutes. What can you do? Bobby Huxelrod, I just love seeing Hex get traction and making headway with mainstream. Richard did a great job. I can't remember if he told them he called the top or not, but great interview, LOL. He might have mentioned that once or twice.
He did, and then the guy didn't believe him. He's like, yeah, sure you did.
Go on Twitter, right? Yeah, it's right there. So, yeah. Oh, man. So let's see. Torin, I used to go spout hex facts on Bitboy show every day. Had enough, and it's 90% hexagon content only for me now. Much better. Hey, we've been around here, and
Welcome.
appreciate you as the audience. Yeah. And you know what? That goes back to my point earlier. Is I watch Bitboy too. I watched Chico Crypto. I still tune in every now and then if there's like maybe a topic I think or hear about, but I don't subscribe to. I think I actually don't subscribe to them anymore. Like pretty much my subscriptions are Hex content creators and RH, just because I feel like that's the most honest stuff that I can watch in crypto. And you know, if it's not RH or not informative content, like some of our great influencers, at least it's a bunch of friends that I've met in life, or people that I'm gonna meet, and this keeps growing, man. I just absolutely love it, and I think I commented on last week too. But if you have a chance to do some of these meetups, guys, do it, and you're gonna appreciate them in a bear, and I think the bulls are really gonna be fun. So
I can't wait for the next bull run. I came in like halfway through. That's when I found crypto, man, like halfway through the bull market. So yeah, I did well for a bit, but now I'm fucked. So
that's why you're sitting in that
yeah, house is burning.
It's his first time.
I get it.
Yeah, we all did. The old guys did this in 2017, 2018. We got wrecked back then.
Yeah.
So Hexy's
It was painful.
But this is why I'm able to cope with it, right? Because I've heard so many of you guys telling me the stories of how awful that period was, and that's kind of what we're going through now, right? Like, I don't even dare load Staker app up anymore. I had a look at it a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, fuck, that's bad. But it's just that shit's locked up, isn't it? So I couldn't have acted on it anyway, and I made that choice when I found Richard to. Okay, paper hands guy. I know I'm a paper hands guy, right? I'm just going to make a stupid decision to lock up my entire portfolio for like nearly 10 years. That was like the first thing I did. So yeah, it's just one of them, man. It's actually good in the long run, and it's okay if you just, as long as you buy on the way down and stack up when it is the bottom and have that confidence that one day it will return again, then you'll be all right when it does.
Yeah, a big thing that you did was to get contacts in the Hex community. Like, one of the best things I've ever done is to just become a streamer. Like the contacts that I got from that just makes you so much better, and it's doesn't matter if it comes from streamers. It can also be just in chat or whatever.
Yeah, like Telegram, man. The guys on Telegram are so fucking smart. It's great
for sure. But that makes you a whole lot better during this bear market, and that's what I'm saying. As long as we do good shit, whether you're a streamer or on Telegram, as long as you show what's the right way of treating crypto and the whole situation, then we're gonna get on top regardless of what happens. And it's pretty cool to see that everyone's pretty much going in the same direction, just building stuff and being better in whatever way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. Hey, Beard, you weren't around for this earlier, so I am going to let Still Wreck Bastard do this one more time. This time with the Hex logo.
Everything is fine, guys. Don't worry.
In the burning house. Right.
Nice.
My camera was blurry. Oh, never mind. The point is there.
Did you do it again? All right. So
can you please sit in the way that the
position? Hang on,
also
like
sits?
this, holding the thing.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Hold on. One more time. Hey, we got a couple seconds.
I'll hold my drink. Oh, okay. Hang on. Everything is fine, guys. Don't worry. Keep buying.
There you go.
Fucking great. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I love this community,
Mm.
man. That's what makes this. This is why I know Hex is the way, and everything around our ecosystem is the way, because we've got this community where even though we're all down like 95% right now, we can still laugh about it because we know it will be okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Chat
Boy,
said that-
Sandy B. Why? Sandy B says, "Thanks for fucking up the vibe, Markable." Fuck you, man. I'm trying my best here. Come on.
Are you lying down in bed again, sir?
Yes.
All right. Oh, boy. All right.
Oh, God.
Somehow my
You wanna chime
battery, my battery
Yeah,
is
sure.
performing miraculously right now. So, question probably for DFED to start off, since we were talking Ethereum earlier. What kind of adoption do you guys see coming from the Ethereum network? Is PulseChain going to need new projects to do well, or can we count on the ETH devs?
Ooh,
So-
that's a good one. I don't think we can count on the ETH devs, except for the ones who are smart and they want to save their projects. So like the Decentraland.
Fair point.
Right. Like
that's the one I always point to. Yep. Go ahead.
yeah, like the Decentraland and Mana, like PulseChain will save them. It'll make their project usable, right? Because right now it's like unusable. Gas fees are wrecked. So the guys who have the smarts to jump ship off ETH, they'll survive. I think there's a lot of wrecked ETH bros that they're going to stay on ETH forever, and they're just going to bleed out. Now, as far as just users, right, just regular folks, I think as soon as they hear, whoa, biggest airdrop in history, double your coins for free, I think a lot of ETH users are going to come over to PulseChain. No problem. Like hundreds of thousands in the first couple months, I'd say.
I like it. There you go. Big K likes it. Just trying to get my sun angle right for combating glare. All right. What is up, Matty Allen? So I think he has his virtual conference here soon. So Matty, I did reply to you, Matty. So check that. I believe it was on Telegram. A lot of people laughing about Hexy bastards. Let's get there. Somebody
Fun to be
please
a
like
clown.
meme that or put that on Twitter, quote that, all that stuff. Torin, this community gives me so much hope for the future. I'm definitely taking a lot of load off the president. Thanks, peeps. Yep, that's why we're here, man. We fam now, man. Most for 15 years. I heard, I can't remember where I heard this today. I don't want to like speculate, but it was like some piece of content that I was listening to. But people were talking about PulseChain, and they're sacrificing, and it's been a year or close to a year. And I think we mentioned this last week. It was like, okay, were some of these people going to just look to dump their coins because it's like, I want an out, or they put in more. And some of these people who are smaller bag holders are like, I don't care if it's, at least the way I'm hearing it, they don't care if it's PulseX, PulseChain. They want to just like kind of get out of it. And I'm like, what? Like this is what you held for. So even if it's a year, or even if it's like another 6 months, why would you dump it? But I can also understand if you're in a bear market and things get worse, people need money sometimes, but it's just like, I don't, not financial advice, but I really would not want to sell my Pulse. Any other thoughts on that? I understand people's individual needs, but people just frustrated, dumping out of frustration, that I would just try to encourage, maybe hang in there. I don't know.
Until now, every time I did something during frustration, I've never made the right decision. Doesn't matter if it's in the market or whatever. Like, that just doesn't work, man. And also, I would invite people to think about stuff long term, even if it's hard right now. If you don't have the right funds to dump or whatever, it's already the wrong mindset. If you really want this thing to work out for you, I would say. That's what I would think. Like, yeah.
You're right. Look at let's use the God whale from Ethereum as an example. He got, what was it? It was over 300,000 Ethereum on day one, right? He held that all the way through the 2017 bull run. He didn't sell a single coin. And then he waited all the way until Hex came out and he started buying Hex. Like, you want to be a millionaire in PulseChain? You're going to have to wait 5 years. You got to hold for half a decade. But if you can do that, you'll make more money than you ever imagined, period. That's how this works, man. You got to have a long-term vision and you got to hold. You're not going to get rich in 3 months, 6 months, a year. It doesn't work like that. You get rich after years of holding. So think of it like that, man. This is like buying Ethereum on day one for 15 cents each. You know, are you strong enough to hold the 2,000? Are you strong enough to hold the 6,000? This is the same game.
Man, that's such a mindfuck, really, isn't it? Like 15 cents to 4,000 or Bitcoin a penny to 69,000. It's such a head fuck, bro. Like, oh man, I feel like the only guys really who made the real money in Bitcoin were the guys who forgot they had it. Or maybe there was a few that didn't do it that way, but like the majority of the guys that got like the mad gains from Bitcoin were just people who bought a few and like completely forgot that they had it, and then just accidentally, you know, they were sorting out an old cupboard or something. They were like, oh yeah, I've got some wait, isn't Bitcoin worth a lot of money now? I forgot I had this shit. And then, boom. And then they go put it on fucking Celsius and lose it all.
I love this comment from Hex19. If you don't need it for your basic living, don't sell your Pulse or PulseX. Yeah, I mean, you've done without it until now, so I guess you haven't needed it, right? Yeah. So why not wait? Pretend it doesn't come out for 2 years. Pretend the launch is 2 years away from now. Just put that in your mind, and if you can do that, perhaps that might get you over that hump to be like, all right, look at living your life without these funds for that long. Concentrate on what you have. Work more, maybe make some extra side hustle like DCC and Motley always talk about.
Yeah,
that now is the time to do it. Build in the bear.
And even Hex has been out for what, 2.5 years, and we're 2.5 years into this decade from 2020 to right now. You got to do another 2.5 years for PulseChain.
There's a reason. There's a reason why that business is called the Build a Bear. It's because you have to build in the bear.
Yeah, that's why they.
we discussed this in the green room, Beard, but you weren't there.
Build a Bear workshop.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you for participating. I appreciate it. Hey, Big K, how are you?
No worries.
I'm doing great. Just fantastic.
I was just seeing if you're still with us. But yeah, any thoughts on of any of these matters that we've been discussing? I don't know when or where you are. Oh, we are driving.
No, I'm driving now. I went into a sushi place, had a glass of wine, enjoyed some nigiri while y'all talked. It was
we
lovely.
need video of all this, man. So just like a little flash every now and then. And then
all right.
yeah.
In the future, I'll give you flashes of my updates.
Yeah,
now I'm just.
There'll be like little Easter eggs during the show. Yeah.
Yes. I got some to-go food for my family now, so they'll be happy when I get home. That's what's going on with me. But I've been enjoying the conversation. It's lively and spirited, and y'all had many good things to say.
It's lively and bearded.
Bearded or beard?
Beard.
Never mind. I'll do. My battery's almost dead. I'm almost out of this conversation.
I'm going to beat you in battery, Beard.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty amazing. I never thought that would happen. Any other thoughts? Oh, this is the last one on the list tonight. How do we think Hex Tangent and Richard Hart on the Twitter Spaces? I hope everyone listened to that.
It was good stuff.
It was good stuff.
Tangent did a great job, man.
Yeah, I love Tangent. I was trying to get him. He could not do tonight. He could have done the past couple of nights. So I was hoping he would join us here. He's out partying, still wrecked in Australia version, not the UK version. But
That's much more wrecked.
But yeah, how do you think he did? I thought that being a holder of both assets, and he still has, from what he says, a good amount of Bitcoin. I thought it was a level-headed conversation. I love that. I want to see more of it. I would love to see any Hexican that has experience in other crypto talk with Richard at length, even on a live stream, not even in spaces. I mean, I know it was an impromptu thing, and Orca did a great job, and all the moderators. But I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation, and props out to the Hexicans who put it on YouTube. You can find it if you haven't heard it. But Richard pretty much thoroughly whooped up and debunked, most of the points. He agreed with a couple of Tangent's points, but I thought the absolute, I guess, purity of that discussion, because it was Tangent, and perhaps I'm familiar with Tangent. I've streamed with him. I love the guy. I just really enjoyed that conversation because I knew it wasn't coming from a place of deceit or anything like that. Like, he was really trying to poke holes in the Hex ship, and it was a great conversation. So I'd love to see. So first of all, what did you think of that conversation? And are there any personas in the Hex ecosystem that you'd love to see stream with Richard? Because really, I got more out of that than him taking. I know the engagement's there with other people outside of the ecosystem, but just in terms of education, who would you like to see? I mean, like a Wendy's Ethereum discussion, with Richard, I think would be outstanding.
Oh, that would be great.
I think that would be dope. But I mean, there are a few. I made a list. I don't have it on me, but what'd you think about it? And any Hexicans that you'd love to see talk with Richard intelligently about not just Hex, because we can all talk about Hex, we can all talk about PulseChain, but like another coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other coins.
I mean, you mostly get wrecked, but I still would like. I know a lot about Monero. I'm not going to go up against Richard about it, though.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
I
Bet you would.
think it was great that Tangent got the chance to do it, because he was trying to like bait Richard on Twitter for quite a while to get it done.
Yeah, he was chomping at the bit.
Yeah, and I even told him not to, man. I even DM'd Twitter Tangent. I'm like, shut up, man. Like, stop. Like, you're just like,
Bro,
do you know what you're getting into, bro?
Yeah, it's like, dude, he's gonna. Well, Richard like cut him off and stuff. Like, it wasn't fair. Richard was kind of rough on him. Like,
Yeah, I actually got that vibe a little bit as well. There was a couple of times he was a bit sharp, it didn't need to be that sharp.
Yeah, I wish Richard toned it back a little.
All right.
But Tangent, as a Hexican, he's been a hardcore Hexican since the beginning. I was one of his first followers on Dlive.tv. I've been watching Tangent since before anybody knew who he was. So I love him. He's great. I agree with most of his points on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a place. It is the grandfather of crypto. So I think he did a great job Richard was a little rough, but that's good, man. Cause Tangent, like, he's smart. Hexicans know more about Bitcoin than Bitcoiners do, right?
Yeah,
like, we are the experts.
That's so ironic.
That is a great comment right there. That's a great point, David.
Yeah. So I thought it was great.
And you heard it in the debate. Like,
Yep.
You never hear those points brought up. That, well, I mean, you can pick and choose between streams and whatnot, but even then, like, Tangent going back and forth, having a good conversation about the topics, even though he got cut off every once in a while. I don't worry about that because I just know Richard's style, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and so I get that he doesn't like to do streams with Hexicans. I'm guessing this is not me putting words in his mouth, but I don't think he likes to do streams with people in the Hex ecosystem because he's not opening this to new eyeballs. So Spaces was a great opportunity for that, because you have, what was it, 1,000, probably thousands on replay being exposed to these questions, not knowing who Tangent was. but still getting a really cool debate and education, in my opinion. Anybody from Hex that you'd love to see talk to them about another coin? I'm loving the big K Monero thing. Let's do that. And I want Wendy's and Ethereum. What else we got? What else we got?
You know who I would not necessarily a debate, but I would love to see a stream between Alex from Hedron and Richard. I think hearing those two talk would be really cool. And I'm dying for some smart people stuff, man. I really am. So that would be quality.
So,
it wouldn't be a debate as such, but it would be a very, very, very good conversation. I know he's singing to his own people by doing it, but I just think for our benefit, man, that would be awesome.
So how about Safe USD? I'll take that one.
Wait, isn't that your failed coin that still hasn't launched?
Oh, hey, it's not failed. It can't fail
if it's not launched. Yes.
Back off, Peter. Come on. Give me a chance. It will launch soon.
I swear I didn't rug because you brought up Safe USD.
You just couldn't handle it. I get it.
Good.
All right. So good job shilling, Markable.
Yeah,
Good?
thanks.
Okay, no problem. All right. So anyway,
God, man.
Well, I'll leave it open. I never expected my battery power to last this long. I am just so happy to keep talking, man, because this is cool. I have a limited amount left now, but any other topics you want to opine on or anything out there before we start shilling stuff? Trying to think of any other newsworthy. Oh, Richard and the Mt. Gox thing last night. Do we really think that the coins are going to be available before September, October? I mean, it's been like coming for years now. It's like, that would be the bottom.
I have a quick question about that. Are people legally do they have to sell it, or is it still like maybe it will be sold? Or
no, they don't have to sell it, but like
okay, it just goes back to the people.
Liquidation price that the Mt. Gox, like all everyone's coins were taken at, was like under $400 a piece. So like,
yeah,
I
exactly.
think that people are gonna probably sell most of those coins.
Yeah.
If it does come out around that time, it kind of ties in well with most people's rough bottom predictions, right? Because I mean, it depends where you judge the end of the bear market. Maybe you judge it when things start going up, but like we were talking about this last week, I would say like where the bottom is now. Just because the bottom's been hit, it doesn't mean it just starts going up, right? Probably sideways forever, or what will feel like forever. But the actual capitulation bottom, a lot of people are saying like September, October time anyway. So that would fit incredibly nicely with that if there was a big capitulation because of this. It
would.
Man. It just
I
seems to
have
be
thought about
falling
that,
into
man.
place.
Yeah. No, I thought about that. I was like, man, what are the chances of that lining up? And I was like, that's too perfect, but I would take it. I would so take it.
Might get your wish.
Just too easy. Too easy.
Yeah, and when it's too easy, it never happens. Yeah, it never happens. So, X19 would debate XRP, LOL. Yeah.
He just wants to get on stream with Richard, man.
Yeah, for pure entertainment value, I would take Vince moderating Jenna XRP and Richard. That would just be a wreck fest, I think. But
you would just see her round at his place a week later.
you know, but I will say shout out to Jenna XRP. She did post a tweet that said she got some hex after the show or one of the shows that we did. So good for her. Not sure how much she got. I don't think it was, she didn't go all in. I'm sure, because her handle was
near
still
the top, guys.
XRP. Yeah, but dollar cost average now. But she was saying also is like the fees, like she might get more, but because of the fees for gas fees, I'm like, man, like they're actually very cheap right now. And
yeah,
why not get
recently.
your Pulse copy?
I managed
So-
to mint Hedron the other day for about
Yeah, but
89
not
cents.
XRP
I got
cheap.
like 20 cents of it.
Oh, nice.
But it was only 89-cent gas fee.
I don't think I've gotten that low.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
work.
really good. Nice. That's a nice
Wow.
catch.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Nice
Yeah,
work. Nice
that
work.
is
It was
one
like
of the
a
good
1 year
things.
stake, and I got like 22 cents worth of Hedron. I felt like a
There
boss.
you go. Oh man, you're rich now, bro. There you go.
Almost recouped the cost of the stake or the claim. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the stake was only down about 50 or 60%. It's fine, guys. See, this is the thing, guys. If you can get people like me, and I truly am, like, you know, I haven't done very well out of this shit so far, but I'm still really, really happy to be here.
That's the
I
difference
need another
between
one of
Hex
you
and
saying
all the
that
others.
in that house. I'm really happy to be here. Yeah. All right. Anyway. All right. Let's get that one real quick.
Oh god, here we go. So I am the wrecked pleb, and I'm still happy to be here, even after all of this.
One more time. I have the comment.
So yeah, I am the wreckedest of plebs, and I am still happy to be here. Everything is fine.
Oh, I mean,
Man,
everything is fine.
that's just great.
Nice.
That's awesome. Oh man.
So Briz chimed in August the. He knows evidently because they will come, and people are expecting a dump. So perhaps late August to September could be a bear, or could. Thank you, Briz. It could go up or down. Yes.
Thanhanks.
Thank you
Great
for that
prediction.
analysis.
Quality TA, yeah, we
Yeah,
love
we-
it.
that's awesome. Awesome analysis.
Who is
Could go
this?
up, could go down.
Briz Vase? Like what? Ah, it could go up or down. Ah, all right, anyway. All right, Jets. I mean,
I got
that is tone analysis right there. Like,
that.
well,
Price
it-
could go up or
the
down.
chart says, but the TD9, but you know, it could if it doesn't do it, it could go the whatever.
You always forget about the sideways.
That's
thing,
pretty
though.
good, actually.
Could
But-
just go sideways for fucking months.
Yeah, I mean
And
that's what
that's-
we're looking at.
That's what BTC did in the last bear. Like at 3,000, it just ground at 3K,
Years.
3K
Yeah.
months, and then
You
it
know,
was
you know
gone.
what took it out was that damn Ponzi scheme, that one token
One
Ponzi
coin, or yeah,
that Richard called out. Richard
Yep.
was the one who even said it. He's like, "Do you know why Bitcoin just went from 3 to 12? A Ponzi." And I was like, "Wow, that blew my
people
mind."
had no
at the time.
idea.
Yep.
I think it was W1 who actually he cited her as one of the ones who called it out. Great account to follow, by the way. What else in here? Yes, everyone is thanking Briz in the chat. So yeah, thank you for that excellent content, Briz, and analysis. We appreciate it. All right, well, I guess it's a good time to wrap it up because somehow, some way, the battery lasted for over an hour and a half. I appreciate everyone being here. I'll get to those thank yous later. But DFed, where can we find you, my good man?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, just at David Feeder. You can find me on YouTube, David Feeder, and you can find me next week, starting next Thursday, the PulseConference.online. Come check it out, man. We're going to be doing next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's a 3-day YouTube conference. Maddie is putting it on, and I'm super excited. It's like star-studded guests. It's going to be an amazing panel, so check that out next week.
And Maddie, check your DMs. Still wrecked Boston. I'll give you the floor because you've done.
He rugged himself. Yeah, you can find me at Hexy Bastard. It's not still Wreck Bastard. At Hexy Bastard on Twitter and YouTube, Hexy Bastard. If you're in England tomorrow, come to the Lambo races. They're on at Alton Park in Manchester. I will be there. So I'll see you beautiful people around.
Is everything still fine?
Yes, everything is still fine.
All right, just making sure. Beard,
Hello.
chill yourself, sir. And someone wants to know when the airdrop, or not airdrop, is.
What?
Someone messaged you. Where the hell is it? Oh.
Someone messaged me.
No. Sandy B wants to
We
know
need-
when new music, Markable.
Oh yeah, he disrespected me, so never.
Okay, there
There
you
will
go.
never be new music.
I like
You'll-
steak and chill.
But
Right.
but if there would,
Steak and chill's awesome.
but if there would, it would be on Steak and Chill on YouTube. Yeah, we should make some more.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
I like
probably
them.
make some more.
I love steak and chill. It's nice, relaxing. It's yeah, therapeutic.
Nice. I'll cut that out and make a track out of that. Thank you.
Still beach vibes with D-Fed.
So steak and chill, and then yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut on the rest. It's fine. Go to Steak and Chill on YouTube.
And Big K is back. What's up, bro?
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
At least we see him this time.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
You can find
Hello,
me.
Big K.
Yes, Big K, that's me. Hello. Hi again, everyone out there. You can find me at Big Krakowski on Twitter and on Telegram. I believe something similar, maybe with an underscore on Instagram. And here, you can find me here. There's a plane going overhead. My apologies. It's a loud noise. It's a loud noise. It's gone now. But anyways, you can find me those places. This has been lots of fun, gentlemen.
Outstanding. Thank you, Big K. Thank you, The Beard, for joining. Thank you,
No worries, man.
Thank you, Still Wreck Bastard. Thank you, D Federal Reserve. Did you lock up that domain, by the way?
Not yet.
What?
I'm
Get
gonna
on
go
it!
try and get it now.
Dude,
Maddie-
no.
Matty Allen's in
outta
the chat.
here.
You better run. You better run. All right.
Yeah, you already got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, shout out to Matty. He hollered in the chat. So yeah, conference coming up, the virtual one this weekend. I think that's about all we got. Next week's show, I'm hoping it'll be better, but I think I'm going to be someplace more remote. I would say, guess where I am? Gulf Coast of Florida, south of Sarasota. Here, y'all can have a peek. This
I'm gonna be-
beautiful location up here. Where are you at, Big Cat?
I'm going to be going to a show next Friday, and I'm going to let the good people out there
Oh,
guess
my phone is
what
dead.
show
Goodbye.
we're going
Bye, Beard.
to. Bye.
Go
So
ahead,
the
Big
good
Cat.
people out there can guess what show. Oh, they've got a week to figure it out. What concert is Big Krakowski going to this coming Friday, the 15th? I'm not going to give it away. Don't worry. I have plenty of time.
There you go. And we will see you next week.
Adios.
All right, friends. Thank you all. I will be back next week, either Thursday or Friday, 4 or 5 p.m. Stay tuned to the Twitters. Looks like you guys always do, because we have another great turnout. And we will see you next week. Cheers, everybody.